Welcome to Rabbit Palace and more. Today we want to look at comparison between the Hyla-Max and New Zealand rabbit. Most of the times it is difficult to identify them, but we have currently on the table a Hyla-Max. So take a careful look at the features. You can see that there's a pointed mark at the nose and then the ears too. But one unique feature you will see in it is that the nose is a bit dark or brown, and the ears too looks brown or a bit some bit markings of what black. But the clear feature you can see about it is that it has a bulky body and plenty fur. Please remove the other one and then bring it. Let us see the difference between them. But they all have similarities. That is that they all come in white and they have their eyes pink eyes. Let's wait for the other one to come, then we can see the clear difference in them. This is the New Zealand. This is the New Zealand white. As you can see, as I was saying, they are all white in color. It's difficult to really identify. And then when you see the Hyla-Max, the eye is pink. You look at the New Zealand too, the eye is also pink. But what is the clear difference here? You will see that the black markings or the brown markings in the nose and that of the ears. And one thing to also notice here is that the New Zealand white rabbit has a bit bigger head than the Hyla-Max. But today I want us to really focus on the Hyla-Max. They are all meat rabbits anyway, but the clear difference here is that the Hyla-Max grows faster than the New Zealand white, and its meat to bone ratio is also very high, and the feed conversion to meat too is very high when it comes to the Hyla-Max. So I will much more recommend the Hyla-Max than the New Zealand white, though the New Zealand white is a much less rabbit when it comes to meat. But when you look at the Hyla-Max, it grows faster, and its littering rate too is also very high. It can litter from 8 or 7 to 15 bunnies compared to the New Zealand white. And when you look at it, you also realize one thing: they are all of the same age. They are all 3 months old. But you see that the New Zealand white is a bit longer than the Hyla-Max. But the Hyla-Max has a bulky body than the New Zealand white. This one, though it's not a pure breed, it's a cross. It's a cross with a different breed. That is why you are seeing that the New Zealand is a bit bigger than the Hyla-Max, though they are all of the same age. But in actual sense, when you have two rabbits, New Zealand and Hyla-Max of the same age, you will notice that the Hyla-Max will be growing faster than. You have to be doing what I asked you to be doing. Comfort them while we are doing the video. You will notice that the Hyla-Max will be growing faster than the New Zealand rabbit, and then when it comes to weight too, it will have much weight than that of the New Zealand, and then much meat too than that of the New Zealand white. So I will in any day recommend a Hyla-Max, if not for anything but for its weight and its meat to bone ratio, and also the littering rate. Don't forget these ones, the littering rate. And when it comes to eating too, if we choose a Hyla-Max as a breed, you need to also understand that they eat too much. They eat too much. If you give the same quantity of food for the two of them, the Hyla-Max will finish and probably help the New Zealand white to finish. They eat a lot, and as they eat too, the conversion of the feed to meat ratio is very high. So the more they eat, the more they increase in size and in meat. Let's also at this juncture bring in the silver marten. Send it this one. But that is not to discourage you not to breed New Zealand whites. New Zealand whites are the most preferred when it comes to meat rabbit, and they are easy to take care of what they need is just to feed them properly. And many people prefer the New Zealand white when it comes to growing meat rabbits. So don't be discouraged. But for me, I will choose a Hyla to a New Zealand. The another breed too I want us to talk about here is the silver marten. As you are seeing, it's a female and it's a male. Please send this one. Other than that, you will see this one. As you can see on the table, that is a silver marten. One clear sign you will know about this rabbit, many people get confused. It took me some time to really identify that this rabbit was not a blue beveren. When you look at it, you will notice that it has dark fur, but it has some shiny, let me get more closer. It has some shiny, it looks like gray, but more of silver color that appears around it. And when you look at the under, it's like it's white. It's like it's white with the same markings on the eyes. So when you see this kind of a rabbit, don't mistake it like I did the other time, mistaking it for a beveren, a blue beveren to say. So this is the Hyla Max, and this rabbit is a medium-sized rabbit. So if you choose to breed Hyla Max, don't expect it to grow that bigger. It can grow big anyway, but it's a medium-sized rabbit. Don't expect it to have a size of a giant or a size of any other normal rabbit. But the issue here is that it's also comparable to that of the Hyla Max in body size. It also has the bulky body type, and it is also short. When you look at it, it's short. The neck too is short, and it has a big head. That's a big head. This is actually a back anyway. So when you look at it, you will see that the silver. If you don't see, don't just go and pick any black rabbit and then call it a silver marten. You can see the unique features here. It is not all that dark, and its fur too is plenty. When you are massaging it from the tail side to the head side, you see that the fur is not scattering as compared to other black rabbits. And then as you are massaging it that way to the head side, you will see that more of the silver color will be showing. Pull it this way. So while you are massaging it to the head side, you will see that more of the silver color, please take off your hand. More of the silver color will be showing, as if it is hidden inside. Take a good look at it. It is not that black. And the obvious thing in this rabbit is that you will see the silver markings on it. Very unique, and it looks beautiful. I don't know about you, but to me, this rabbit looks very beautiful, and I will choose it any day, anytime. And let's also look at the under. Please hold it well and turn it this way. Let's look at the under. When you even turn it this way, then you will see that there's plenty of the silver color in it. And look at the feet too. The feet very well. You won't have a black rabbit like that. Okay, put it down. Let's compare the silver marten. Let's compare the silver marten to any other black rabbit. Please remove that black beveren. You will see the clear difference I'm talking about. Black beveren. In just a minute, you will see the difference I'm talking about here. Then you will understand that this is not black. In fact, when you see black, you will know that it is black. Oh, sorry, it fell off the table. As you can see, it is clear. When you look at them, you see that this black beveren here, comparing it to the silver marten, you see that the color is quite different, and it is very clear. The silver marten is a buck, and the black beveren is a doe. So you can see that it is already busy trying to do some things here. but we are not here for breeding purposes. Please send it back. I believe the difference, send this one. The difference is clear. You can see that this one is very dark, but this one is not that dark, and it has the silver color in it. And also take note that when the black one was brought, you see that it is longer. It has a longer neck as compared to the silver marten. The neck is very short and its whole body is compacted. It is not a long rabbit, and it's a medium size rabbit, and it can weigh from 2.5 kg to 4 kg when fully matured. So like I'm saying that it is not a big or giant rabbit doesn't mean that it doesn't have weight. It has weight, but unfortunately it's not a meat rabbit. When I say it's not a meat rabbit, doesn't mean that you cannot eat it. You can eat it, but it's not a meat rabbit. If you are growing rabbits purposely for meat, the best breed is the California rabbit. Please bring the California there. The one with the lobe, yes. The best breed for meat is the California, the Hyla, and then the New Zealand. I want to show you how the California looks like. So you can see it small, but when you dispatch it and then you butcher it, you will notice that the meat to bone ratio is very high as compared to the silver marten. Bring it. That's it. That's a California. Though it's not a pure breed California, it's a hybrid. It's a hybrid, but you can see the features very clear. The dark ears and then the pointed dark at them. And one thing too is that you will notice that there's dark at the tail side. It's because it's a doe and it's a buck. So this is a meat rabbit. No matter how small it is, but when you slaughter it, then you will notice that the meat is bigger. It's bigger than these ones. The silver marten, the chinchillas, and the other breeds, when you slaughter it, one thing you will notice is that the meat to bone ratio will be like that of the local. Is already pregnant. So you can see that this silver marten is very big comparing to the local rabbit. But when you dispatch it and then you butcher, you will notice that the meat is relatively the same as compared to these ones. But a California rabbit and that of please, you can send the silver marten. Enough of lot. Can you imagine? So you will notice that these ones, the California, for instance, and then the New Zealand and that of the Highlands. So if you are going into rabbitry for meat purposes, I would advise that you get these breeds, the California and then the Highlands and that of the New Zealand rabbits. Because no matter the size, when you slaughter it, you will notice that you have a good meat for your family or for sales purposes. Thank you for spending your time with us, and we encourage you to subscribe to the page and share so that it can reach many people. And also do well to turn on your notification bell, so when next we put on a new video, you'll be the first to see it. Thank you very much for your time.